So today's episode we have, should there be a Club World Cup? So if it was to be a Club World Cup, how many clubs would you want to see in it?
Yeah, and the football Club World Cup goes on while the season's going on, which is why you had Jurgen Klopp playing reserves against, I think it was Aston Villa, and they got thrashed, I think.
Oh, right.
They got knocked out of the League Cup when they looked like they could beat everyone. The only problem is with football, it's more, there's muscle injuries, like your groins, your hamstrings.
Yeah.
It's not really from the brute force of the game. It's usually from just,
running.
Yeah. I'm a pro football player and I run and sprint loads.
Yeah.
It's more from that. The problem I think with rugby could be you've already got quite a stacked calendar.
Yeah.
And I think the only problem is if you add games or a Club World Cup or some sort of thing, the only problem would be with that, I think, is, can the players in the already crammed calendar for a game that's, brutal, can they deal with any more matches? I think that's the question that would have to be. Look, if the money to do it was massive and it made economic sense, then how these things work, people would find a way. But I'm not sure. I'm skeptical to the idea. Maybe when World Rugby sort out the global calendar, and we know where we're at with that, and this is all said and done with coronavirus. Because again, I think rugby's protocols are going to be quite a while till the game's being played again across the world properly. And I know Super Rugby for the New Zealand side is returning.
It is, this week. Well, technically it's this weekend, but this is pre-recorded, just so you know.
Oh, there we go. So there we go. Yeah. So that's coming. But as I know, with the game overall starting again everywhere, I think we're a while away from that. It's a great idea though, and I'd love to see. I know Saracens now in the Championship for fair reasons for their financial activities.
We won't go into that, right?
I can't even. No, I haven't got the energy. But Saracens in their prime, having sides of their caliber anyway, facing Crusaders and stuff would be brilliant TV, brilliant entertainment for live sport. So I think the concept's great, and the ideals of it would be great. But I think all the questions I raised there. How do we go about doing it?
And then where would you get the clubs from? That's another thing as well. How many, what would make you... Well, I think it would be the winner of the Champions Cup in Europe. I think that one is kind of justified, would you say? So whoever wins the European League.
And I think the winner of Super Rugby as well.
Yeah, so Super Rugby versus Champions Cup winner. And then how would you go about the rest of the clubs? The Japanese top league?
I mean, the thing is, I know, we want to laugh when talking about them, but they've got they're a team of I think the Panasonic Wild Knights.
Yeah, that's where Hadley Parks has gone. Yeah,
and so is George Cruz. So, and I believe they've signed those guys to replace Dale Ende and Archie Snyman, who've gone to Munster. So, that's they've got quality in their teams. The only problem is, I think they probably build the sides around those guys, but. To have equality for this competition, then I think you have to put one of those teams in there. So I'd put the winner of them in, I guess.
Yeah.
And then what other regions are there to take players from, really?
Well, no, because you got the Major League Rugby, which you have decent players playing in those sides. You got Ma Nonu plays there.
Ma Nonu is around 40 years old now.
He's still a quality player.
I've got massive respect for Major League Rugby. Massive respect for it. But I guess to look, because what I don't know if you want this to happen, but I guess it's fair because this is the way it will look. But you'll have Crusaders and e.g. Saracens.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoever wins the Champions Cup, two awesome sides. Okay, and then you've got poor Panasonic Wild Knights who are held together by Cruz. There will be other good players, by the way, playing for them, but. They won't be on the same level, and I imagine they're going to get blown away by Crusaders or the Champions Cup winners.
Yeah, but it's like that with the Football World Cup, Club World Cups as well, though.
Well, I don't know if it is, because Liverpool sort of, because of how brutal the fixture list is with them, They won the Club World Cup, but I'm pretty sure they hampered. They struggled for their victories. I mean, I know they won it, but I wouldn't say it was easy.
Yeah, mind you, and football is a completely different game, isn't it? Really, I mean, with rugby, it's more about like tactics and who's stronger and stuff. Whereas football is just, you know,
Football, yeah. Okay, so I think it's Flamingo they faced in the final, wasn't it?
yeah,
Liverpool, I think it was, and yeah, I think what happened there. You had the thing with football is you can actually be a lot worse team and not lose.
but that's what I mean. Whereas with rugby, it'll show. If you have somebody for like us, 17 years old, skinny as hell, you know, it's going to show when he's up against the likes of Kieran Reid or something.
Yeah, the thing with rugby is usually if you're worse, you lose.
Yeah.
You know, and even if everything goes your way, and the referee's on your side, you can still lose because you know you're more exposed, and you can't rely on just having 10 men in the box and kicking the ball away and tackling. So yeah, I just got the image of So we get Panasonic Wild Knights. We get a Major League Rugby team. Then who else can we get? And those two are going to get probably destroyed.
Yeah, because I was about to say the South American League would be next then, which are professional, but, you know, if Major League Rugby's not going to be able to do it...
If you're any good in South America, you play for the Jaguares.
Not necessarily. I mean, Corinthians, the Brazilian club. You got Penarol. You have K-Boss, which is also another Argentinian club. You're learning something here. I can see it.
Okay, but if you're a player of any quality, you would leave to play for the Jaguares in South America.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Is my point. So you want the best sides. I mean,
Yeah.
so Argentina's elite plays in Super Rugby,
Yeah.
and if Crusaders win Super Rugby, then I think we select them, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah, so mind you, 4 clubs isn't exactly bad. That's just 3 games then. Well,
How would you do it?
so you'd have, like, say, Major League Rugby club versus Japanese top league winner, Super Rugby versus Saracens. Mind you, those are 2 big teams to lose then. So if you had Saracens lose to Crusaders, and then Crusaders would then be playing like a Japanese club, wouldn't it be better to have it the other way around? So like Saracens play Major League Rugby, Japan. Does this make any sense? I can see you looking like quite confused.
No, it's just how to make it fair. I would need to look how they do it in football. This is where we can compare to football.
Yeah.
They have more teams, obviously.
Yeah.
I think it's luck of the draw, though. I imagine we just do names out of a hat, and then if it happens to be Saracens against Crusaders, then so be it.
Yeah.
Though I would call serious nonsense. If I'm Saracens and then there's Panasonic Wild Knights in the final.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I think it would work best. Like Super Rugby plays Japan League, and then European winner plays America.
We've chosen that. Then I just feel like
I don't know. It's a weird way of working it.
I don't know. I guess leave comments, guys, if you've got any ideas on that. I mean, I probably need to do more research on the Football Club World Cup, and I haven't. So I should probably do more research on that in that sense, on how they actually come together and play. I could do it right now while we're here.
Yeah, we can do if you want. So would you? So neutral ground? Would we agree it'd be neutral grounds then being played at?
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. But I guess the final could be in the team that no, doesn't work. Yeah, I'd say neutral grounds.
Yeah, because like that way then you can promote rugby in a country that doesn't necessarily
that needs it.
Well. Yeah, like Spain or something like that, you know. So then, what was I going to say? Something. Yeah. So when would you want to see it though? That's a big thing as well. We'd have to scrap something. There's no way it's going to fit in with like between Six Nations time. There's no way it's going to fit in with summer tours, autumn internationals. It's going to have to go somewhere.
Okay, well I will answer that now, Andrew. I'm looking on how on earth we even get there in the first place. Oh my gosh, format and rules, what chaos. So, oh god. Here we go. So you got winners, the quarterfinal round, okay?
Right.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
So basically, we got Super Rugby, the Asian League team winner, whatever you want to call it, the host nation team, the European team, the American team, and the African team. Is that? So how many teams are there in total?
Okay, I think I got it.
If you're still with us.
Again, let's start all the way again. Let's go from the beginning to the. Let's go actually from the end to the beginning. So, the final, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. The semi-finals I'll start at is the winners of the Copa Libertadores, which is what Flamengo won, and that is basically. It's an international club football competition organised. It's basically the highest level of competition in South American club football. So you've got the winners of South American football in the semi-final. You've got the winners of the Champions League in the semi-final.
Yeah.
And then you have two winners of the quarter-final round in the semi-finals as well. And the quarter-final round includes the Asian Champions League, the African Champions League, and the Caribbean, North America, and Central America Champions League.
Right.
If that makes sense. So the way we would do it for rugby, I would say, we would have semi-final round would be Crusaders and Saracens, for example. So Champions Cup winners and the Super Rugby winners, okay?
Yeah.
Then you get two winners then. Then there would be another huge tournaments for all the other sides. And then we'd get two winners from that. For example, Major League Rugby and the Japanese Top League.
Right.
And then let's do what you said. They play each other, and then we get a final.
There we go. We finally got. We got
the rest of it's chaos. The rest of it is chaos. Yeah, the rest of it's total chaos. I can't even go into it again.
Okay. Final question then. When will this be played? If you have the season scrapped, because personally I can't really see anything being scrapped, and if it was to be, it'd probably be June or July time.
Exhausted, aren't they? I mean, I don't. This is the problem. I'm not sure there's any more space in the calendar.
No. So you're against it?
I don't think it's our focus as a global game right now to. Well, I don't know. There would be positives of doing it. The negatives right now might outweigh it. I think there's focus on getting better. It could be part of it, getting spreading the game though, couldn't it? Territories where it's not as big. That could be part of it as well. To be fair, what would it be? 2, 3? It'd be basically 3 matches really.
Yeah.
From major sides.
That's what I mean. So really speaking, if we just had South America, Japan, Southern Hemisphere Super Rugby, and Europe, so you wouldn't have that many games really.
No, yeah, exactly. So I think I mean, where do you fit it? Because you've got summer internationals as well. Summer test tours. You've got that.
Mind you, isn't the Club World Cup usually every 4 years?
No, it's every year.
Is it? I could have sworn it was every 4 years.
Let's have a look.
I'm pretty sure because Real Madrid won it 1 year and it was 4 years again, wasn't it?
No, it's every year, mate.
Oh.
Never mind that.
It's every year, yeah.
Oh.
It's every year. I don't know, when would you fit it in? It's only 3 games really from big sides, and I guess you'd ram it in somewhere at the end of the season.
Somewhere along the lines, it'll go basically.
It would, yeah. You just have to make it work, and I think the benefits outweigh the negatives. I think I'd play the matches in territories where rugby's not as big.
Yeah.
Like I'd host it in North America, maybe.
Yeah.
If they want rugby to grow in America and Canada, then especially I know the focus is USA. Maybe shove it there.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We'll probably leave it there then because we've been talking for quite a while on this one. But yeah, you guys let me know down in the comment section what you think. Would you want to see a Club World Cup? let us know. We might do a part 2 on this if it's popular enough. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you go ahead and check out Cam's channel as well. I'll leave the link in the description. And yeah, we'll see you in another video. Peace out, guys.